Ciao creative community, my name is Joey Balestrieri. Welcome to my channel. This is a really exciting video because I got to go to a bead show here in the Central Florida area with a group of ladies that I'm friends with. We all met through beading, and we get together now and go to bead shows, and we do some little creative parties and have charcuterie and wine and coffee bar and all of that. So I wish all of you could have been with us because I feel connected to all of you because of our comments with each other and the emails that I receive. So I really wish you could have all been there. So I'm going to do this video and try to take you along on our adventure today. So I'll pop a picture up of my little group of friends. We had a few people missing today, so there was only 4 of us. But my friend Gail does the most amazing bead weaving projects, and she was wearing a pendant around her neck, and I complimented her on it. And she opened her bag and she said, "Oh, I made one for everybody." So she did like all the colors of this beautiful little pendant. And of course, I always get some color of pink when she does something for me. So I have this beautiful little pendant that she made, and she made one for each of us. And then she did something else really special for me. So like before I even started bead shopping, I got these treasures. When my mom passed away, she had been a jewelry dealer. She did some wholesale and some retail jewelry, and I had a whole bag of these opal cabochons that were left over from supplies that she had for sale when she passed away. And I was showing them to Gail, and when we were together like months ago, and she said, "Oh, can I take one and play with it?" And I said, "Sure." And she took this one, and she said, "I did this for you." She did a bezel on one of my mother's opals, and she left me the string here so that I can turn it into a ring, like do my own ring band or do a pendant. So she left me plenty of string to continue, and she did this stunning bezel for me. I mean, so like it's doubly sweet and doubly meaningful because it's something that I have from my mom, but now like one of my friends was involved in this little piece as well. So it's just so lovely. I mean, you know, jewelry can sometimes just be fun and colorful and just an accessory, but sometimes it can have great meaning. So that's that. So this was called the Intergalactic Bead Show. And one of my favorite people, I met her before. She actually lives not too far from me in the Orlando area. Her company is called Beads, and she is a Lampwork artist. And her name's Tammy, and she is the sweetest thing. Her and her husband run their booth, so you can check out her website. She's been really busy because she was at Tucson at the show there. So I always stop by and pick up something. She has all kinds of beads, but she has her Lampwork beads, but she also carries other artists' ceramic beads. She has some raku pottery beads. She has some golem beads, and there are some porcelain beads, all kinds of things. So this time I picked up another. Last bead show I got a heart with a puppy paw or kitty paw on it, and she had these little smaller versions this time. So I got a little puppy paw Lampwork bead. I got this beautiful little ceramic heart bead. Look at the dimension on this, it's so gorgeous. And I got a couple of center hole ceramic beads because I've been collecting these from a few different ceramic artists and making bracelets. I've been on a bracelet making binge, and then a couple of little golem beads that are just solid color to add to my collection. So, oh, and she had a pretty little selection of small strand of beads. And look at this gorgeous little Czech glass flower. I mean, that could even go together. So just, I love her booth, and I always, when I see her at a show, I always spend some time talking to her. So let me put this up here. So if you want to take a screenshot, you will have her card. And let's see, up next, oh, this was something that haunted me after the last bead show. There is a gem dealer that comes to this show, and he has all kinds of pearls and AA grade and AAA grade gemstones, and his prices are absolutely fabulous. So if you want to take a screenshot of his business, this is that. And some of these people, I'm not actually sure if they even have a website. Some do and some don't. I'll share another one with you that I'm really excited about, but this is what I did not get at the last bead show. I had wanted a strand of natural, pearls, real pearls, and not glass pearls is what I meant to say. And I just happen to love coin beads, coin beads in particular, but pearl coin really are just lovely. And, I recently bought a bracelet that had one coin bead. It was very cheaply made. It was just a stretch bracelet, and I paid $20 for it because of the coin bead. It was just so pretty. And so he has his strands for, I think, $35. They started around $35 for a whole strand, and they went up from there depending on quality and shape and all of that. And he gave me this strand of coin pearl for $15. So thank you to him. I just really, really love those. And then I got some mermaid glass from him, some 8mm pink mermaid glass. And it's just like, the quality of this is amazing. I mean, I really hope you're able to see. I hope the camera is showing you the flash and the shine and just the color variation in this bead. I mean, it's just lovely. They feel like the weight, the finish, everything, they are just absolutely stunning. So I, have a little bit of mermaid glass in my stash, but I wanted to add some because of the season we're going into, and I foresee some projects with that. And then he just has like different gemstones. This is a dyed jade, and it's heated, so it will keep its color. And I just thought it was a beautiful little shape. It almost has a table cut look to it, like with the Czech glass, because it's small, but it has a flat on both sides. And I just think this is so lovely and, unique and a little bit organic, like each bead has slight variations. So I just love this. So I treated myself to a little strand of jade. And then look at the beautiful orange mermaid glass. I don't think I've ever seen orange mermaid glass, but it's just beautiful, and it's a 6mm, so a little bit smaller, and I just love the flash in that. I really hope the camera is picking it up. I never know until it actually goes up on YouTube if I was able to show you the real characteristics of a bead, but I really hope you're seeing it because it is beautiful. And by the way, I love pink and orange together, and as I'm sitting here, actually I was thinking about it when I was at the show, how pretty pink and orange mermaid glass would be together. I actually redecorated my patio and my spa area in pink and orange with flamingos and tropical flowers, and it is like the happiest place. Pink and orange color scheme, and just, like really happy decor and really happy jewelry as well. So there was that little section. This is a lovely gemstone booth, and he has just beautiful things like kyanite, a AAA grade. Gorgeous. Everything in this booth is all natural stone. Oh my gosh, he's got Herkimer diamonds. Oh wow, how exciting. Let me do a close-up. That. Stunning. What a beautiful booth. Oh, look at the rose quartz. Be still, my heart. And then this gentleman, if you've been on my channel at all, I am sure this will be familiar to you. His company is called Purity Beads, and I spent quite a bit of money at his booth. You can take a screenshot of his card, and I'm trying to work with him to bring some kind of discount or bring something special to the viewers of my channel. So the bead show was just yesterday, so we haven't worked it out yet, but stay tuned for that. If we can come to an agreement, I may be able to offer something for people shopping on his website. But what I love about his, let me move the cards over to the side now that you've seen the sellers. what I love about his things, and you can see that I purchased quite a bit from him, not only are the items just completely stunning and unique and beautiful, but everything in his metal line is made with an e-coating, which makes it anti-tarnish. So anything that I ever get from his booth is an anti-tarnish. And I mean, this is just a stunning bead. I mean, it's just stunning just on its own, but knowing that I can work with this and I don't have to take that extra step of polishing the permalac coating on it, like I can create, and I don't have to worry about the tarnish. So I'm going to set these things out as I go because they are just so beautiful. I think I'll do that, set this aside and just show you as I go so that you really get to see the beauty. I'm already running out of room. I really had a great time at the show. It's a fairly small show compared to some of the other ones that I've been to, but it packs a punch. Like the quality and the things that I always find at this show are amazing, and it's pretty close to my house. So it took me about 35 minutes to get there, so not too bad. And then one of my favorite things from Purity Beads are his chains, because chains are a little bit difficult to coat with like a brush and the coating that I like to use when I'm finished with a piece. And so in the past I've actually taken my pieces like outside on a piece of newspaper and sprayed like chains with Krylon, just a clear coating of Krylon to keep them from tarnishing. And I just don't have to do that with his products. And so aside from that, I mean, look how beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. He has so many different lengths, different millimeters of lengths, from chunky chains to smaller chains. And I happen to love gold, and gold is one of the things that I get from him. But he has silver, he has copper, he has brass, and the base metal on his products are brass. I believe he said most things are brass. I mean, he has a lot to look at, but most of these things are a base of brass and then the electroplating and then the coating. So it's just really, really beautiful things. And so I buy from him. I've ordered from his website, but I always bring a pretty good budget when I know he's going to be at a show because I really like his things. So this is I'm sure if you've been on my channel for 5 minutes, I'm sure you've seen this chain. I have done so many projects with this chain. It is a really thin, delicate oval link, and it has this textured embossed on both sides. It's a solid link, so you cannot open them when you make your different necklaces or bracelets. You do have to cut the links, but I just love this. And this comes in a couple of finishes, I believe, on the website. He didn't have them at the show, but I think I'm going to kind of lay the chains out here like this so you can see them as I unbox them. And then this is the sweetest, coolest little chain. Oh my goodness. This is another thing that I'm not sure if the camera is going to show you how cool this is, but I'm going to get really close and try to show you. This is a really delicate, just like oval link chain, but it is packed with teeny tiny little dangles. I mean, teeny tiny, like a little seed bead and a teeny tiny little ball head pin with a simple loop. And it is just the most delicious little chain. Honestly, I think that I could just like make a bracelet and put a clasp on it and call it a day. I mean, it's just so beautiful. So I think I think I bought everything that he had left of this at the show. So I think I just said, yeah, give it all to me. So I just love that. And then he has a whole selection, like an entire wall of different spacer beads, and they all have that coating. So like this little metal spacer bead, it was $1, so I picked up 2 of them because again, I can use this beautiful shiny gold metal spacer in between things, and it's a thing that would be really difficult to brush the anti-tarnish coating on because it's so small. But with his products, I don't have to do that. So I have those. They're just, the show prices are always a little bit better than websites as well. And then this, he had a couple of extra links, so he put them in my bag, but look how cool this is. And I got a whole strand of this as well. It's in the bag somewhere, but look how beautiful. Like his spacers, his metal items are so unique, and just, I don't see them anywhere else. And like this one has sort of a brushed texture to it. And I mean, I just absolutely love his products. I did last time, and I did again. He has had a little bit of different things this time. And so I picked up a lot of spacers. Look at these. They're like little pillow spacers, like a little pillow. I don't even know what to call them. Little square, and they have the beautiful texturing on both sides and this cool little like ring around the opening. So they are just beautiful. Again, with pretty much any of his things, you could literally just string it and have a stunning piece of jewelry. And then here's my longer strand of that beautiful little almond shaped, I guess that's what it is, like a little almond shaped spacer bead. And then look at, I got these beautiful teardrops. Aren't they gorgeous? I just love these. So like when I cut these open, you can actually make like a bracelet bar or any kind of a component by facing the skinnier end together with a bead in the middle, or putting two of the fatter ends together. I mean, I just love that. I just love this shape. So like you can, if you can see with it still being on the strand, put the two ends together in a stringing project, even with like a disc spacer or a crystal rondelle spacer in between. And just that easy, you have a stunning component. So, you know, when you start with great supplies, it's really hard to make ugly jewelry when you start with something so beautiful. Let's see what else is in this bag. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he had clasps, and one of the toggle clasps I got from him are absolutely amazing. I mean, just amazing. He did such a good job packaging my things too. Look at this toggle, you guys. Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure that everything that was in a bag on his table was $6 for the bag. Look at this toggle. Is that not stunning? It's absolutely gorgeous. I just love it. It's so, I mean, this clasp is a statement in itself. So you will see these in my projects probably right away, because they are just absolutely amazing. And I bought some ball head pins from him because, again, they have that coating on them, so I don't have to worry about the ball of the head pin tarnishing once it's wire wrapped into a design. So I love getting head pins. And you know, like I say, if you've watched me at all, you know that I have a passion for geometry in my jewelry designs, and particularly I love bars and connector bars. And I always look for unusual ones. I got some straight ones when I was at the last show that he was present in. Can't not get this bag open. And I found these beautiful little curved bar spacer beads. They're almost like a gentle smile, and they have this beautiful texture all the way around, and they are just so beautiful. So again, like I could put any kind of stringing material through that, and I have a focal point. I look at this and I just think I could hang a bunch of simple loop components from this and just let them sway. I mean, this gives me so many design ideas, and I always say that new beads, new supplies, new shapes, they spark creativity, and it's really exciting. You know, it helps us to keep creating and keep our mind coming up with ideas. I just love those. Another thing that I constantly add to my stash in glass, ceramic, whatever, metal, are leaf beads, leaf components. And look at these. I got a whole bag of these little leaf components. So, you know, you could add that to anything and have a beautiful simple earring, one and done, one bead above here. I mean, these are just so beautiful, and they have the leaf texture front and back. They are just beautiful. So I picked up a bag of gold leaves, and then another beautiful, this is a little bit more of a classic toggle set, but it's really lovely. It's just beautiful. I love the finishes on his metals. This one has like a really delicate kind of a brushed look. And I mean, it's just stunning. I just love it. So you will definitely see these beautiful clasps popping up in some of my projects in the coming weeks. I just love them, and I love the brightness of the gold. And the other cool thing about Purity Beads is that he does have an entire section. He has it at the show and on his website of higher quality metals. If you do a fine line of jewelry, he has gold filled items, he has sterling silver items. So, you know, you can really, like, if you do a more upgraded, not fashion jewelry, he has the supplies for that as well. So as I said, I talked to him about offering something to my viewers, and he does travel into Florida for this show that he does. So he said his son would be in contact with me, so I will let you all know if I have something to offer you. I may even just post it in the community tab. But this is another little spacer. These were $1, and I just picked these little like tubes. Another one of my favorite things. I sometimes say that, cubes and tubes. I just love those in jewelry design. So this is just a little like diamond cut. So it really sparkles as it goes around. I realize there's a lot happening beneath, but it just, I mean, just beautiful. I was so thrilled that he was there. I was hoping he was going to be there again, and he was. And then this was just kind of, I was already finished shopping. We were talking about our spot for lunch, and I had washed my hands and I was ready to go out the door. And I realized that I had missed this whole booth, and she had an entire wall of Czech glass. And so I just, you know, ran over and of course picked out my favorite things, Czech glass hearts. I love this color, and I just love having hearts like this in my stash. And then I have never seen these before. I don't even know what to call this. It's kind of like a bicone, but first of all, I love this silk. I think this is the Czech glass silk finished, I'm pretty sure. And I just love the size of this. I love the color. Again, I don't know if the camera is showing you how pearlescent. It's glass, but it almost looks like it's pearlized. I don't know. This is just the prettiest little strand, and I even love those together. So they may even make their way into a project together. So that is that. And let's see, what else do I have? Oh, you know, I am a Lampwork lover. So I can really never go to a bead show, or really even go bead shopping, without seeing what kind of Lampwork they have. So I actually talked to the owner of this company. His name is Jim, and he had a young woman working with him, and they have very unique things. He had so much vintage things. A warehouse of vintage glass and vintage gemstone beads. It was beautiful, and the prices were so great. So his company is called Dragonfly Wings. At the Dragonfly Wings booth, and they just have beautiful things. Look at the 8-inch strands of vintage beads. This is Lexi.
Hello. Hi. And yes, we have a bunch of unusual stuff that you most likely won't find anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm going to go around the booth. I'll take some pictures for you guys. If you want to take a screenshot of that. And so I found these beautiful strawberry quartz faceted square like pillow beads, and each one is a little bit different, but look at those. They're just the sweetest, palest pink. They are just absolutely gorgeous. There are some inclusions in them, but you know what? I actually love that. I just think it adds to the beauty and the fact that it is natural, and I just love those. I just think the color's beautiful, the shape, the cutting, the little faceting, and the faceting is really smooth on these. There's nothing sharp on these little square beads. They are just stunning. So that was my find, one of my finds from Jim. And then I happened upon a strand similar, a little bit smaller, but in amethyst. And again, I just love, love, love these little square cubes with the faceting. And again, they're faceted and they're square and they have the four corners, but they are very soft and just beautiful. I mean, I just love those. And then I got a vintage strand of Amazonite, and these are a 6mm faceted round, and they are vintage. He estimated that these had been in storage for probably about 30 years. So it is just a really stunning little bead strand, and I just love the color. Again, this aqua color, like going into summer, to mix this with beach style glass or natural seashells or elements that I actually find myself on the beach. That's what I was thinking when I picked that one up. And then I am not actually even sure what this is. This looks like some kind of a pearl. It may even just be a glass pearl, but it is vintage, and I just love these berry tones in this little, it's almost like a mini coin on one side, and it is very tiny, but then it's domed on the other side, and every bead is like that. I just think it's unique. I love the color, I love the shape, I love the size. Just a beautiful, sweet little strand. And then my treasured Lampwork. Wait until you guys see this. This is the cutest thing. Prepare to smile. Look at this little bluebird. Isn't he adorable? I just love him. Look at his beautiful little tail and his little face. And there are two of them on this strand. And so we got a couple of extra Lampwork beads and some frosted lentil beads on this strand. And his bead strands, I think these were $3 a strand for the whole thing. I mean, you can easily pay $5 or $6, and I have, for one Lampwork bead and upwards of that. So it's just a really fun, just really great little find. And then when I was all done, you know, I said to my friend Dale, I said, you know, when I go to a bead show or when I go shopping, I almost always find one special bead that I can bring back, and you know, like a focal bead, and I said I haven't found that bead. And so Dale started helping me look, and she found this at another seller. Look at this gorgeous little stone bead. It is so pretty. It's like, it's kind of got that geode feel to it, but all polished and smooth, but you can see a little bit inside, and both sides are equally beautiful, and it has a drill hole right through the center. So I do not know what I'm going to make with this yet, but that could easily be a beautiful bracelet bar. And one of the things that I love to do with a bead that has this kind of dimension to it is the herringbone wrap, because you have a place to rest your wires down the side of the bead, and it just adds a beautiful frame. So that may be in the works for this, but I just love all the pinks and the shell color in this, and as I said, both sides are just equally stunning. So thank you to my friend Dale. She's a great shopper. She helped me out with that. So this is my little stash from the Intergalactic bead show. I hope it was a little bit of a virtual thing for all of you to get to be with me and my friends. We get together, we have so much fun, and you know, when you stop having your children in school where you're doing play dates, sometimes as we get a little bit older, it's hard to stay connected. But making jewelry and meeting up with fellow creators, going to bead shows, doing crafting parties like we do, is a great way to make new friends, stay connected, like feed your creative self, and you know, really stay positive. And just like, it's a really, really rich valuable thing in life, really at any stage of life. Even if you're young, it's important to stay connected and have those like outings with your friends. But jewelry making is a beautiful thing for that. So I always put my email in the description box below, and I would love to have your pet photos, any of your little furry-faced helpers that are around your work tables. The community loves to see that. But also, if you're ever in the Orlando area, and if we have an event planned and you email me, you are welcome to join us. We would love that. So I always leave my email. I love connecting with all of you more than, it's wonderful YouTube. It's wonderful that we have the comments and we can talk to each other that way. But whenever we can, we like to stay connected with each other because we spark each other's creativity too. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you're all safe and well and having fun on your beading mats. And I will see you in the next video. Ciao, creative friends.
Wow, look at the Czech glass. Wow, I should have come here first. I know. Me too. I have a little head brush. Hearts. Hearts.